Hey everybody, I'm that one person. Welcome to my first time ever playing Mario Kart World. This was a new game that appeared on the Switch 2, and it was really expensive for most people. I got the bundle. In fact, the only way I was going to buy this game was in the bundle because, well, I mean, fuck, it's like $70 for this game. Also, don't mind me, I'm still kind of getting things set up. I wasn't really prepared today. I do this a lot. I'm sorry. But, yeah, I have Switch 2 now, so I figured I might as well, I guess. I got the bundle with this. I might as well save this specifically for a stream, for my first ever time experiencing this. Because I've heard people are very mixed about it. Am I gonna be any different? Probably not. Oh, the music just cut out. Okay, never mind, it's still there. I didn't come into this prepared, like, at all. I guess that's just the end of that statement. I'm not prepared, I don't know what I'm doing. I've just heard that this game is very mixed. People have had feelings about it. I don't know, what the fuck do I do for, like... I'm not a normal content creator. Well, I mean... I'm not, like... I don't know what to do. I don't know how to words, either. I don't know how the fuck anyone else does any of these things. I'm not, like... a good streamer, I guess. So, I don't know how to handle any of these fucking... This is my first look at blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm just kind of fucking going into this without thinking. I don't know how to do any of this. So, I apologize if I'm all sorts of thrown off. I was not really prepared for a stream at all today. But here we are. I don't even know why I thought that this would be a good idea. I don't even know what the fuck any of these... They sure have stats. I don't know, this one? Yeah, fucking this one. I don't know what I'm doing. All that I know is that this game came with my Switch 2 because I wasn't going to get a Switch 2 without a game, because that would be kind of pointless. The whole reason to buy a console would be for all the games that come with it. Well, not come with it, but the games that are with it, and it would be pointless to buy a console without a game. And all of the other games that came with this, apparently they weren't bundles, even though it was all, like, in the same Amazon thing. It was a whole complicated ordeal, right? There was, like, console only versus a Mario Kart World bundle. And whenever I would look at both options, there would be options to get another game with it. So I thought, oh, if I just get the game... get the console only and then some other game, I can go with that. No, that bumps the price up like another full, like, $30-40. But specifically the Mario Kart World bundle was cheaper than getting just the console and a game. I don't understand how any of this shit works. And it was, like, significantly cheaper, so I don't understand. Well, not significantly, but, like, getting... I'm just fucking ranting about stupid bullshit. I'm just gonna play the damn game. I've never played Mario Kart World before, and that's the whole point of this. I'm fucking rambling about stupid bullshit, and I'm just gonna fucking go into it. This isn't even normally how I fucking start Mario Kart, honestly. Normally when I play this shit on my own, because I'm trying to make sure I get everything, I start with 50cc. But I figured you guys wouldn't want to fucking sit through that, so we're at least gonna start with 100. I can barely even hear the game, by the way. It seems like it's better on your end. But I have to bump up my PC volume so I can even hear anything. I know that, like, right after this game came out, it was, like, everywhere for, like, a week. And then the second week after that, like, every single video I saw on it was just like, is Mario Kart World already dead? Which, I mean, that's kind of surprising. And from the looks of it, it might have been fully correct. Do I have auto steering on by default? Yeah, no. No, you think I'm some kind of idiot? Stop with that. Okay, sorry. But yeah, honestly, I probably wasn't even gonna do something like this because, as previously mentioned, I'm not really someone who follows the trends and everything and, like, does what everyone else does. I just kind of do what I feel like. But I asked everyone on my last stream, and everyone... Wow, voice crack. I asked everyone on the last stream, and there was, like, 2 people there, and both of them were like, yeah, that sounds fun, you should do that, apparently. So, I mean, here we are, I guess. And I mean, I don't really know what to say. It feels like Mario Kart. Truthfully, when I first saw Mario Kart World, I wasn't exactly, like, thrilled about it, to be honest with you. And I mean, I guess I'm not really seeming all that thrilled about it right now either, but that's besides the point. When I first saw it, the first thing that I thought of when I saw it was like, oh good, it's Mario Kart 8 too. Like we didn't already have that with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And like Mario Kart 8 itself wasn't just kind of meh on its own. I don't know, I was not like... Okay, well that's different. I'll explain that in a second. But like... Okay, well... I didn't think you would actually have to use that counter for that. Oh, I didn't reposition the explosion. Also, it didn't work at all. That didn't do anything. My counter isn't working. Hang on. Okay, save that. Okay. Okay. Get the! I turned that off! That's the wrong fucking sound effect! It's literally... Oh, god damn it. That didn't turn off. It just changed it so it wasn't randomizing. Son of a bitch. Okay, turn those off. Okay. I mean, that changed that. It played the wrong sound, though. I just tried to turn off the sound because I was fucking lazy, and I still fucked it up somehow. Because of course I did. Okay. Let's try this... No, we'll just leave that as it is. Ah, fuck it. Everything's going to shit. This stream was a stupid and bad idea, and I don't know why I did it. Okay. Anyway, now that we're kind of able to breathe again, let me try to explain what I was saying. Or what I was trying to say. Right? When I first saw this game, I wouldn't exactly say that I was fucking jumping at the fucking whatever the phrase is. I wasn't like super excited, so ready to see it. I was like, oh good, it looks almost exactly the same as the last one. I mean, sure, art style wise, it looks a bit different. It's fine, I guess. But like, first glance, I didn't really see anything that looked like it was doing anything all that interesting compared to Mario Kart 8, I guess. I mean, like, I get what they were going for with the whole open world thing, but, like, I didn't really care. Call me crazy, but, like, you know? People don't really play Mario Kart because they're looking for a huge open world experience. And it really doesn't help that, at least in my opinion, I was getting so sick and tired of all these fucking games always trying to force into a new keep doing that. I'm gonna have to tell you guys if that's all right once I'm better at thinking. Once I'm better able to process what's happening. But like, we're already kind of at a point of time where like everything just fucking has to be open world for some reason, and I just don't get it, you know? Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with open world games, but not everything has to be an open world game, you know? Okay, well, I'm still getting used to the new controls. They definitely don't feel like the last ones. Okay. We're not even at the second fucking racetrack, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. Are we gonna have to do this between, like, every single one? Because I'm not sure how I feel about that. Oh, did we actually make it to the next destination? Are we finally there? Because I heard the music just jarringly change out of nowhere. Like, a lot of what I was seeing from Mario Kart World visually just reminded me of, like, Mario Kart 8. And the thing is, I wasn't exactly thrilled with Mario Kart 8 either. Like, I don't know, it was fine. But it just quickly wasn't that much more... I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I feel like a lot of Mario Kart 8 was very gimmicky, and, like, I just didn't really care. A lot of it just kind of started to feel dull, and like there wasn't really anything interesting about it compared to previous entries. There was like nothing that... Okay, I did not touch that, but sure. There's nothing that really made... I'm sorry, do we only get one loop of the track? I feel like we just spent like half of that just going from the first course to the next one. And then we only get one lap on the actual track? Is that... Really? That's really how we're doing this? I'm just genuinely shocked by that. Really? So what? You just get one lap on every course except the first one? Alright, dude, sure. I'm just genuinely shocked by that. Like, honestly, genuinely shocked. Like... Okay, I guess to get back on track here, I feel like a lot of games are just unnecessarily forcing themselves to be open world because that was like the whole big trend at the time. And when I saw this, I feel like I thought we were already out of that, but then we just weren't apparently. Okay, well, I'm not even the same guy. But like, I don't know. I feel like the big problem with a lot of open world games in general is just that there's a lot of just empty space, you know? Like, when you have a smaller world, there's usually a lot more planning and thought put into it. But there's just so many parts of open world games that just have nothing in them. I mean, that's not... Well, no, that pretty much is always the case, though, right? Because a lot of the time, even if there is, like, always something in there, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's always, like, good content or, like, something that someone would care about, right? I'll say it. I don't think that, like, in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, for example, adding a shitload of Koroks immediately makes it a good game. It doesn't really feel like it... It doesn't feel like it really adds to the experience, you know? Like, yeah, it does make it so that there's something there, something to do for a reward. But, like, those same puzzles over and over and over again just get obnoxious. And the thing is, when I saw that they were doing that with the Mario Kart game, my first instinct was, what the fuck are they even gonna put in the game? You know? Because, like, with Zelda, sure, I can kind of get it. You can put all sorts of, like, secrets and things to do with your items and yada yada yada. Heart containers and shit like that. And you can kind of see what they would potentially do with that sort of thing in a Zelda game. What do you do in a Mario Kart game, though? You go through tracks over and over again. And, like, it works there because you kind of have, like, the actual tracks. But, like, what are you gonna do outside of that? What could you possibly add to, like, the entire rest of the game? You know? And by the way, I am immediately not about this whole one fucking lap in the actual course and the entire rest of it is just spent getting there. It's like most of these Grand Prix are just gonna be empty road now, I guess. And then you get like two minutes in the actual course, if you're lucky. In the actually highly detailed and presumably well-made courses. I mean, they've seemed fine so far. But again, they haven't really felt like anything all that thrilling to me so far, I guess. I guess it is only the first cup, so, you know. Can't complain too much. It's just kind of weird to me, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with experimenting, don't get me wrong. But I feel like sometimes it's important to remember, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I guess they just weren't thinking about that when they made this game. I mean, like, I could maybe see what they could do with this outside of just the racing. I heard that there's, like, missions in the open world part of this game or whatever. But, like, is it actually gonna be anything? Like, I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if they just, I don't know, did what they did for the mission mode in Mario Kart DS, which was just have it be a separate track, or separate mode, instead of it having to be in, like, a whole open world thing, you know? Like, Mario Kart DS handled the mission mode very well. I'm not sure how this game will handle it. I guess we're gonna have to take a look at that later. I will say, though, unless people I know actually, like, play this game in addition to me owning it, I would not expect another stream of this. I mean, I guess maybe I could do, like, what I did for the... What did I do? I think it was just... Which Mario Kart games did I do? I'm pretty sure I did Wii. Did I just do Wii twice? I think I wanted to do Double Dash. That's besides me. I might just do, like, a random chilling out and playing Mario Kart thing with this. So that way I'm at least getting my money's worth out of it. But, like, a whole, like, playing the main mode like this, I don't know. I'm definitely not planning on doing, like, a full playthrough. This is just kind of like a fun little, do I think this game is good? I mean, like, it's fine so far. But I will say, like 80 bucks for this? I don't know. I would just say, like, go to GameStop and see if they have Mario Kart DS for like 10 bucks. That's usually how much they have old DS games. That feels like a way better deal. Mario Kart DS or like Wii, I would say, so far. I mean, like, it's fine. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing about this game, right? It doesn't matter how good it is. Like, if it's still acceptable or, like, on the same level as, like, Mario Kart 8, it's still not gonna, like, feel as good, because it's like, I paid 80 bucks for this, though. I feel like I should be getting something a little bit better than what I got last time, right? I don't fucking know. Wait, I didn't have them by default already? I mean, I didn't care to unlock them, but still. Oh, good. They added stickers. This is gonna make it all worth it. This is gonna be worth all 80 of those dollars to have... What, are these just meant to be like the emblems? Because I didn't think I would be doing this for like the whole stream. Apparently a lot of this stream is just gonna be me complaining about, or pointing out how Mario Kart DS did some very similar things to this better. Because in Mario Kart DS, you didn't have to unlock these emblems by doing weird random challenges. You could just make whatever the hell you wanted. They just let you make your own emblem. And sure, I know what you're thinking. Oh, well that game had a touchscreen, so it would be easier for you to do that in a game like that. This is different. Counter-argument, Smash Bros. Still has a stage editor, which was taken from the Wii U version. It still has a stage editor in the Switch version. And you know what? That argument doesn't make sense anyway, because the Switch does have a touchscreen. It's just only in handheld mode. Maybe. Maybe if you actually had, like, a touchscreen TV, you could actually, like... I'm not here to theorize about that kind of shit. I'd imagine Nintendo probably didn't think about that anyway. I will say, though, I don't know where the open world mode in this even is. Is it just a map? Oh, okay. So that's how you do that. I mean, like, there's a lot of places to go. I mean, let's be realistic here for a second. Regardless of what I think about this game, I know fully well this is probably going to be what I'm going to be doing for, like, the next month or so off-stream, just because I have the game, I might as well play it. And I'm probably just going to go out of my way to unlock everything, because I always fucking do that for some reason. It's the exact same mode. I don't want to do this. I want to try everything out, see what they have to offer. I am going to be sticking with the same character, though. And there is nothing you can do about it. I am going to look at all the stats again, though. Sure. Why not? I mean, like, it's interesting that they have this whole separate mode. But it's, like, the same courses anyway, you know? It's different from, like, actually unique new content, because it's all just the same things just shuffled around, from what I can tell. We're gonna do 100 again, yes. I don't know, you know? I'm just kind of, like, middle of the road with the whole thing so far. I'm not... Like, I don't hate it, but I'm not thrilled by it either. I'm just kind of in the middle about Mario Kart World so far. Which kind of sucks, because again, this is $80. And I know I've said that a lot so far, but that's kind of a big deal in this situation. You know? Like, gaming as a whole is already just, like, an expensive hobby to begin with. So, like, when my options are something like Hollow Knight or this, I don't know. I would probably imagine most people would lean more towards Hollow Knight. I don't know, just, like, I'm saying this a lot. I'm just mixed, you know? My whole experience has just left me with mixed feelings so far. Well. I will say, though, it's very weird that they're using a Mario Kart song for the background of this, like from a specific stage, even though this is clearly not that stage. And what's even more odd is that it's fucking Mario Kart DS again. You know, the one that we've been comparing this one to a lot. It's all just coming back to Mario Kart DS, I guess. What? That was like as soon as I thought. Oh, we're going through the track backwards. This changes everything. Alright, I am being a little bit prick about this, I will say. But I guess it's just kind of how I am. Like, I don't know. I just don't think that going through the same stage again, but starting at the end, well, I mean, it's a loop, so like, same starting point, but going the other way really changes the challenge, you know? Like, I get what they were going for. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I will say, though, by having, like, an open world like this, I can't help but notice that that kind of immediately restricts what they're really able to do. Right? Because a lot of other Mario Kart games have very ridiculous over-the-top courses. That's kind of like a big selling point of a Mario Kart game. Just how ridiculous what they get with some of their concepts are. How creative they get with it. You know? Like fucking very popular one, I know. Waluigi Pinball Machine, just as an example. Right? That's a good example because it's just like fucking what other game would you be able to drive around a goddamn pinball machine? Not one where you're in, like, a realistic or semi-realistic open world. But yet, here we are. Playing a Mario Kart game that's trying to have, like, a big open world. So that kind of immediately takes a lot of the, like, options away. Now, instead of being able to do literally anything that they feel like, and just turn it into a race course, they're kind of specifically stuck to, like, actual locations and things. Does it matter? No. Am I still going to talk like it does matter? I guess so. I don't know, it's just like, I feel like they're restricting themselves a lot with this idea. Is there another Mario Kart DS song? You can fucking might be. I don't know. I don't remember all the Mario Kart songs off the top of my head. Believe it or not. pretty sure that's a Mario Kart song, though, at least. Whatever, that's besides the point. Oh, you know what? No, but yes, it is technically a Mario Kart DS song. I think that's like Chocolate Mountain 64, which was in DS. Okay, come on now. At least I think so. Well, that's all besides the point. What isn't besides the point, though, is that I still feel like they're restricting themselves a lot with this idea. I'm not going to go too much into depth on it again, because I literally just said it, so you don't really need to hear it again. And, like, sure, I'm sure they could probably make some interesting ideas with it. But it does help to have options, most of the time. I also feel like it's kind of hard to recognize some of these courses now. Maybe it's just because they look so different, but like, this doesn't look like Moo Moo Meadows to me. Now, I fucking played Mario Kart Wii. I used to play Mario Kart Wii all the time when I was younger. And occasionally I still go back to it as an adult. So like, I feel like if it actually looked like it, I would be able to at least recognize it. But it's just not really feeling like it. Unless we're not even in the course right now. I'm hearing the music for it. I'm pretty sure we were in the course for a little bit. I don't know. I guess I think my biggest problem with this game is just like, I don't want to say it because that's kind of a mean thing to say, but like, it was flawed from the very concept. I feel like just the idea of open world Mario Kart game doesn't really sound all that exciting to me. Like, I would much prefer they put more focus on the individual courses, like they did with previous games, most previous games really, and have just full creativity allowed for them, rather than specifically have to make a specific... For one thing, have to make everything look semi-realistic in the first place, or at least feel like an open world. But also, for God's sake, but also just like, I feel like their resources could be better spent on just focusing on the courses rather than making the whole open world. At the very least, as it stands, I wouldn't really say that it feels all that different from a standard Mario Kart game. For fuck's sake. I mean, I don't know, I can respect that they're trying something different. And I feel like, in all honesty, I feel like it's kind of unfortunate for the developers that the game will always have the whole asterisk was $80 next to it, you know? Because I imagine they didn't realize that it was going to be $80 instead of the standard $60 when it came out. Or when they were developing it. I mean, it was supposed to be out on the Switch 1, for God's sake. So they probably had no clue. Not even like the slightest idea that that was going to happen. So now it's like, all of they're probably planning for it to be a $60 game. And now that it isn't, it just has that constant stigma leaning over it. Combined with the fact that, you know, they were making a $60 game, and now it's just being priced like an $80 game. cat is freaking out for some reason. If he keeps meowing, I might have to, like, BRB for a second, help him calm down, see what's up. Ah. Now I'm all distracted because I keep hearing my cat screaming at the door. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully that should calm him down for a little bit. Gave him some pats, helped him lay down, get comfortable. Really? This is the item I got? Alright, listen. Sometimes it's harder than you think to focus on something when you have other things to try. I fucking lost it right at the end because of the cat. Are you kidding me? That little pain in my ass. I can't believe it. I'm not even gonna get a fucking trophy for this because I got 4th. I was in 1st like the whole goddamn time. And yet I'm all the way in the back there. Awesome. Of course I lose fucking Toad. Don't give me that. That was bullshit, and you know it. Alright. Yeah, I'm still just kind of, like, mixed about Mario Kart World. And I just feel like the biggest issue for this game will always just be, it was $80. That's probably just going to be a constant problem. Always looming over it. For as long as it lives. Oh, I can just pick costumes whenever I feel like it. I'll stick with standard for now. Yes. Alright, let's try that again. Right, like, I think this game is fine so far. I haven't really had anything wow me, so to speak. I mean, I guess, worst case scenario, there's always one thing that this game will never be in a positive way. And that is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Thankfully, I do not have that one, and I will keep it that way, because I'm not fucking spending any amount of money to get a fucking manual for the Switch 2. Especially because I already have, I'm pretty sure, a physical manual somewhere. Or if not, I can just look it up online. Because I'm sure I won't be missing out on much by missing out on such amazing gaming titles such as Guess the Frame Rate. I don't even know what fucking going on about at this point, honestly. Okay, that was on me. Honestly, part of me feels like they spent a lot more time on, like, the visuals of this game rather than trying to make the gameplay feel all that much different. Like, sure, it looks real nice. And they have all sorts of these flashy effects and everything. But, like, I don't know. Gameplay-wise, I think I would still prefer something like, I don't know, Double Dash. Double Dash is obnoxious with its slidey physics, but it feels like... But because of that, it's a very unique and fun Mario Kart game still. Right? So far, this one still kind of feels samey. I don't know, maybe I'll come around to it later, either in the stream or, like, off-stream. Fuck. But as it stands, I just don't know, you know? I can't really say one way or the other. It's not like it's terrible, you know? It's still fine. It functions. You can get used to it. It's an okay Mario Kart. But I just feel like an open-world Mario Kart game isn't really what the world needs. Like, looking back at previous Mario Kart games, again, I know. Previous ones, I feel, shook up the formula in really interesting ways a lot of the time. Like, we added, like, the bikes and the motion controls. Words. Double Dash had like the whole two characters thing, which, for the record, made the whole 2 items thing a lot more interesting too, I feel. Right? Because they've just been kind of throwing it in there ever since Double Dash, or ever since Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I feel like it was more interesting in that game. Not only because there was a reason for it, you had 2 characters and thus had twice as many items to use, but also, like, you could do more with it. You could manually switch which character was in front or in back, so you could actually strategize more with your items, instead of having to just, like, throw one out whenever you don't want to use it or something. You could actually save both your items from wherever you would need, and you would get different ones based off of which characters you had. They had a lot of really cool and interesting things. And Mario Kart 64 switched up the formula from Super Mario Kart by making the game playable. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm not backing down on that. I recently played through Super Mario Kart. Well, played through, quote unquote. I just went until, like, the credits, which was, like, the special cup on 100cc. And let me tell you, that shit was fucking miserable. So, like, you know, comparing that one to this one, I mean, this one is a fucking godsend compared to Super Mario Kart, I will say. That game is ridiculous. And I know there's probably already people fucking seeing this, typing up like, well, maybe if you weren't playing as Bowser, he's like the worst character in that game. Counter-argument, in a game where you're supposed to be able to play as your favorite character from a series, if you can't play as your favorite character from that series while having the game still be playable, you done fucked up. You know? That's kind of a big thing. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having different stats for the characters, but those stats still need to be something that make the game enjoyable to play. And from what I've heard about Super Mario Kart, like half the characters in that game are not playable. So, like, that's kind of a problem, don't you think? I respect Super Mario Kart for introducing the world to the Mario Kart series, and that's about it. That's all the respect it probably deserves. So is that the entirety of all that we get of Moon Meadows here? Just set in on me. We just passed through like one curve and then we're just done with it. It's feeling like this whole game just simply doesn't want you to play it. Like, call me crazy, but like, it's just not letting me go through the courses at all. Like in the Grand Prix mode, you get one lap on the courses, and then that's it. All the rest of the fucking quote-unquote course is just going from point A to point B through these normal roads. And then, fucking, you see what's going on with this one. We get like 2 seconds while we're in the course, and then we're on our way again. Like, what is happening here? 3 laps feels like a good amount for most courses, because the courses are short enough so that you can actually get through them in a manageable amount of time. Meanwhile, 3 times gives you just enough time to actually, like, experience the course. What? Oh, come on! I try to save myself, and that's how the game treats me. Like, I mean, it really does feel like the game's just trying to rush me along so that I keep forgetting that counts as a boost. Like, they don't want you to actually experience the course. They just want you to go in and then out. Like, we just left another level, and that's it. We got, like, not even a quarter of a lap there, and we're done. Like, if you wanted to make Mario GTA, then just do what the Simpsons did. Does that count? That counts. I don't even know if I actually hit it, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. Like, I feel like if they wanted a Mario GTA, they should have done something more like The Simpsons Hit and Run, rather than just kind of jam this sort of thing into a Mario Kart game. I don't know. It's like, it just doesn't feel good to me that we're kind of like skipping through every single racetrack. You know? It just feels like an abridged version of playing through these courses normally. Like, is the only way I'm going to be able to actually see how these courses are normally in, like, a theoretical normal Mario Kart game would be through time trials? So I don't know how I feel about that. I tried to plan ahead for it, and it turned around anyway. Good. Okay. I just feel like there's a lot of odd decisions being made with this game. You know? Sorry, I had to take a hot chocolate break. I mean, I probably didn't need to, but I was thirsty. My throat was getting dry. Oh my god, did you see that? Why are all the Yoshi's arms so weird and long? And thin? Sorry, I just noticed that and it freaked me out. Alright. I don't know. Is there even gonna be anyone playing this game online? Do I even want to bother trying to find if there's anyone playing this game online. I'll give it one shot. Oh wow, I know that one. Or stats, actually. This one's been working out the best for me so far. I joined. Is there anyone else here? I heard a lot, I mean, I mentioned it before, when I was talking about, like, oh my god, there is someone else here. It genuinely jump-scared me. But yeah, like, I saw, like, there was a shitload of videos popping up, like, why everyone is leaving Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World is dead already, and, you know, stuff along those lines. So, like, I'm not even sure how many people are gonna be here. It's already seeming kind of empty. I feel like the main reason why we aren't actually in the game yet isn't because there's still a race going, and more just because there's no one else in the lobby. And I don't know that for sure, so don't quote me on that. But, like, I don't know. Just based off what I've heard, I have a sneaking suspicion. But again, I have no evidence to support this, so what the fuck? I mean, like, it's neat that you get to just explore the open world while you're waiting for a game to start. But, like, you know? I've said it a billion times, and I'm probably going to say it a billion more. I'm just not too sure about this whole thing. Oh, are you kidding? Alright, I will say, what I said earlier, the fact that that little meter on the bottom keeps going faster every time someone joins makes me wonder if I wasn't actually wrong with what I said earlier about how I don't think there's anyone actually in this server. I mean, it seems like there's some people. But I can't help but wonder if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still just doing better than this game. Huh. Like, I'm not saying this game is bad by any means. I feel like that's just kind of been the big thing I've had to say throughout this whole stream. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, it's fine. But for the price, feels a bit much. I don't know. I'm sure it's been said a billion fucking times before when everyone else did their first look at Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart World sort of videos. You know, the ones that I'm ripping off by doing this. Jesus. I don't fucking care. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked, for the record, because it was my first time playing this game, as previously mentioned, so I don't know the intricacies of this one yet. I don't really do online play with random people, just in general, now that I think about it. I just don't like other people a lot of the time. I don't know. Like, I'm fine with people I know, like my friends. But when it's just random people, I just never really feel all that comfortable with it. I've never been great at meeting new people, by the way, in case you were wondering. But yeah. Like, I can't help but feel like part of me thinks that this game is less made as, like, something because Nintendo thought fans would like it, and more because we'll make this to show off our technology. But not in the same degree as something like Wii Sports or something. So much so as, like, look at how powerful our hardware is, and that's pretty much it. Just a lot of fancy graphics. Graphics and... Cool, I'm so glad that happened when I was in third. Fancy graphics and lighting effects and a huge open world that they have so much of rendered at the same time. And it's like, cool, I care? When did I care? I want fun games, you know? Games, whether or not a game is fun will always be more important than whether or not it has the most top-of-the-line graphics or the most insane open world. You know? At least to me, it'll always be that way. Here are the words I was looking for. It feels like it was made more for, like, trailers and, like, press shows to get investors and things, rather than to get fans to want to play. Like, sure, it looks nice, but is it an enjoyable game? It's fine. But they clearly put a lot more focus on the graphics, I would say. At least that's what it feels like. I did terribly, by the way. Oh, well. I don't know, I'd probably just have more fun with it if I actually had, like, a friend that owned this game with me. I'll do, like... No, I'm not gonna play around that long for randos. I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. Yes. Alright, we'll do one more Grand Prix, and then we'll just run around in the open world. Seems like there's more costumes for Bowser. Not that it really matters that much. Do they really need to have the costumes as, like, separate listed characters? Genuine question. Why not just, like, have them in, like, a drop-down menu once you pick the character? Anyway, yeah, I'm still not really a fan of, like, the fact that most of these courses are just spent getting to the course rather than a normal 3 laps in the course. Like, you can make the courses as interesting as you want, but if we don't actually get to experience them for that long, then it kind of takes away from it, don't you think? Like, honestly, when I first saw that, like, you probably heard it happen live when I fucking reacted to it just because I experienced it while I was playing this game. I was genuinely, like, shocked and appalled that I only got one lap on the actual course that I was supposed to be racing in, and that the entire rest of it was just spent getting to that course on the first Grand Prix I did. You know? Is this one supposed to be DS Desert Hills? Because, oh my god, this is so sad. Like, genuinely, this is so sad compared to the actual one. I mean, I'm just guessing based off the music that's playing, considering that's what it is. But what did they do to it? It's so much more bland. I mean, like, yeah, I get it, you have to integrate it into the open world, but, like, you didn't have to remove pretty much everything from it. It's just so flat and boring. I know you can only do so much with the desert, but there's no way this is actually what this is, right? There's no way. I really hope that it's just some other course that just so happens to be using this music. Because they removed music being... I mean, I don't hope that they removed music being tied to cutscenes. Because that would kind of suck. Because they had some great songs in the past. But, like... there's no way this is actually... This can't be what they've done to DS Desert Hills. Hang on, will it, like, show me in the replay the name of the course? I mean, it's the same music. Yeah, I see what... I guess that is genuinely what that's supposed to be. There's no fucking way. What did they do to it? What did they do to my boy? I'm genuinely gonna have to, like, check that later in, like, the fucking time trial menu just to see, is that actually supposed to be DS Desert Hills? Because, Jesus. Like, where were those in the course? These things were supposed to be in that course. And even if it's not, then, like, was that really the best they could think of for, like, a new course? Just a boring, flat desert? I just have so many mixed feelings about this. And, like, if that actually... I'm still shocked by this, I know. But, like, if that actually was, then, like... Seriously, what the fuck? It feels so tiny and flat and boring. They removed pretty much everything from it. That's insane. Did they do that to, like, every Mario Kart DS track that appears in this one? That's, like... That's honestly, like, the most fucked up thing I've seen so far in this game. Apparently, I'm, like, genuinely, honestly offended by this. At least we gotta go through it for a full 3 laps, unlike this one. I mean, like, this one's fine. It doesn't feel as nice without the whole nighttime aesthetic that they had before. But, like, it's far more interesting than what they did to my boy. Rest in peace, Mario Kart DS Desert Hill. stream title. Yeah, I could have made that the title. I didn't realize they'd done that, though. I'm... Like, there's no way that's actually supposed to be DS Desert Hills, is it? Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Like, I already miss how, like, in the older Mario Karts, you could just have the the 4 tracks in a row and go through 3 laps of each to fully experience them. Especially because a lot of items in Mario Kart games are like traps, like bananas or things like that. I guess just bananas, actually. But, like, those are always an important part of the game. Some other games have other traps, like the fake item block. That's not the point here. The point here is there are items that are traps in this game. And it's like, if you only go through the course one time, then, like, if that banana misses once, then that's it. It's over. There's no point to it being there. So it just feels like they're even more worthless than they were before. You know? Oh, what the fuck? No, it doesn't. I updated that. I updated that stream title so many times. I fucking pressed it. I'm pressing it again. I fucking updated it. No, this is bullshit. There's no fucking way that says Hollow Knight. I swear to fucking God I updated it. I definitely know for a fact I updated it. So if it doesn't say Mario Kart World, then that's Twitch's fault, and I take no responsibility for that. Cool, Twitch didn't fucking update it for some reason, so I had to spam the shit out of the button, like, right now to get it to update. Awesome. Thank you, Twitch. Very cool. I definitely did update the title. I'm not gonna fucking hear any bullshit. I know for a fact I typed everything up, I pressed the fucking confirm button, and everything went through fine. There is no excuse why it should have been saying Hollow Knight. Thank you, Twitch. You're so fucking helpful. Yeah, but like, there, right there. Because we're not going to be going through this track more than once, that banana is worthless now. It missed, and now it's pointless. It shouldn't even be there anymore. Like, alright, anyway, back to the game, I guess. I don't know, I'm still just kind of iffy about this whole thing. Right? I'm not saying that Mario Kart World is a bad game. Though I will say, if that, what I saw at the beginning was actually supposed to be DS Desert Hills, that's fucking terrible. Like, honestly god-awful, and I am offended. But, like, overall, the game is fine and so forth. But again, it's $80. That's a lot for this game. Especially when, again, you can spend, like, $20 on something like Deltarune or Hollow Knight. Or if you still want to go expensive, $60 for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Jesus. Hi, yes, thank you. I hope I didn't fuck up Airship Fortress, too. I mean, it looked decent from, like, the small preview we got earlier. But you never know. It'll probably be fine. now after what I think was supposed to be Desert Hills, I'm a little apprehensive. I know I keep fucking going on about that, but they seriously removed, like, all the fucking personality from that one. All the personality, all the fucking gameplay mechanics, everything. It's just nothing. It's genuinely like one of the most sad Mario Kart courses I have ever seen. Well, so what is that? Just like a red shell, but it explodes into coins? What is that golden shell thing? Okay, well. Okay, well, we're just fucking unlocking new outfits left and right. No. Come on! Some of these courses, or some of these items are just, like, identical to each other. Like, they have both fire and ice flowers now. I don't even know what the hell the golden shell does now. Honestly, I probably would have preferred if they had the fake item box as opposed to a bunch of copycat items. At least the fake item box has, like, the fact that it's an interesting item, because you can mix it in with regular item boxes if you're a little prick, like I am. Yeah, that's right, I admit. I always hold my fake item box until, like, right over the real item boxes and then drop it. So it looks like it's just part of the other item boxes. What does the gold shell do? I have no idea. I didn't even see that you saw that. I was just rambling earlier. Like, again, just one lap. You get nothing for these. That's such a cool course, but that's so much.
Woohoo! All right!
They just cut you off before you get to really enjoy it. What did the dinner plate or the chocolate bar do? I think they're just mushrooms, but you get a different costume when you wear them. Because this game has costumes, as you can see. Yeah, it's alright. I don't really think that... Like, again, with the whole... This game feels like it was made more for presenters than it was for players. Like, the costumes are neat and all, but it's just a graphical change. It's the exact same overall still. I don't know. Alright, hang on, I need to check this shit out. Okay, so... There's no fucking way. No. This is not real. You are joking. This is supposed to be BS Desert Hills? What did they do to it? It's just nothing. Like, I get that it's a desert, but like... It's all just... For a track called Desert Hills, they sure made a big deal of getting rid of every single fucking hill. You're actually shitting. This is an outrage! No, I'm fucking pulling up... Hang on, chat. We're gonna look something up. We're gonna look up what the actual Desert Hill... Is it the one with the tall caterpillars? Not even close. But the fact that you can't even recognize it is just definitive proof of what I'm trying to show off here. Alright, hang on. Okay, so we're going to mute the game, and then we're going to do something real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this quickly. Okay, we need window capture. Okay. So this one. Credit to Gamer JGB for this footage. This is what this is supposed to look like. Oh, that is loud. You guys can't even hear it. Can you guys see it? Yes, okay. It looks so much better in this one, and there's so much more just everywhere. There's so many more interesting things here. It's such a much more interesting course in general. I know! Look at this! Tall caterpillars. Oh, that's what you meant. I think they're supposed to be like cactus. They're called pokies. I think they're supposed to be like cactus monsters. But like, look at this! This is way better! It's so much more interesting, and there's so much more to see. And it's just a lot more... And it's a lot more interesting of a course to play through, too. L Remake. Really, though? Like, what the fuck? You can tell that this one was all kinds of, like, inspired by Mario 3. And there's all sorts of, like, little references and details, down to, like, the blocks and the sun and the fucking pipes everywhere. And then you look at, like, the one in Mario Kart fucking World, and it's just nothing. It's just nothing. What did they do? I definitely enjoy the older graphics too, way cooler. Dude, this isn't even, like, the same course. This isn't even, like, unacceptable fucking approximation of this course. Hang on, I forgot the music. Turn that off. This. Like, this is pathetic. Honest to God. I paid, like, $30 for Mario Kart DS. And that was what I got for DS Hills. You pay fucking $80 for Mario Kart World, and this flat nothingness is what you get for Desert Hills. Tell me, does that sound like a worthwhile spend of your money? We need to, like, get people on this shit. No, I have not heard anyone say a word about what the fuck they did to DS Desert Hills. If there's no tall caterpillars on this road, it's not Desert Hills. They didn't have, like, anything from an actual DS Desert Hills. They didn't have the fucking Mario 3 angry sun floating around, dropping fireballs onto the track. They didn't have, like, the block pyramids and the pipes and everything to show that the whole course is a reference to Mario 3. You know, the whole reason they had the course in the original.
Boo! You stink!
Thank you. Yeah, really. It's just insane to me that they just, like, what were they thinking? What was, like... I'm, like, genuinely offended by this. Honest to God. I am offended by what they did to, like, the disrespect to Mario Kart DS. The handheld Mario Kart spin-offs, like DS and Mario Party, already don't get shit. Like, the only ones that really get recognized are the Mario and Luigi series, and that's only because those ones are only on handhelds. They already disrespect the handheld Mario Kart or Mario games enough. At least you could give them something. I mean, just... It's just insane to me. Okay, well, I missed. It's over. We're dead. And we're fine. Dude, I'm worried to see what other fucking courses they have in this game. Honestly, if Desert Hills got shafted that fucking bad, like, what are they gonna do to other courses, you know? Like, what's... Like, what if they have fucking Luigi Circuit for Mario Kart 64, and it's just terrible? What if they have so many just incredible, recognizable courses from other games, and they're just as fucking bad as that was? What's this? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, this is the mission mode, isn't it? Okay, I see what's going on. I'm gonna miss the checkpoint. It's over. Yeah, we're dead because I missed the checkpoint. Can you die in this game? Probably not. I mean, this is a Mario Kart game. You can probably, like... Well... I want to say you can probably, like, fall in the water or something, but, like, modern Mario Kart games have kind of removed that. And honestly, I've been kind of against that for a while now. Like, let's face it. Being able to drive underwater in Mario Kart 7, that didn't add, like, anything. You know? You could have just as easily done it without... You could have just as easily had that game not have that mechanic, and it wouldn't have changed really anything. And then they brought it back for Mario Kart 8, and once again, it changed nothing. Okay, sure, I'm pretty sure I got that, but whatever. But, like, I feel like removing water as a hazard in a driving game just feels wrong, you know? Like, I want to, like, especially because a lot of the time, if you fall into the water, you're pretty much screwed anyway, so, like, why not just help the player out and respawn them instead of forcing them to fucking have to drive through some bullshit just to be able to get back to where they were before? That's probably going to be more detrimental than just letting them fucking fail. Okay, well, I'm not getting any points, apparently. I don't know, I was never really a fan of the whole idea of having water be just another place to race, as opposed to just having it be what it's supposed to be in a racing game, an obstacle. Oh god, blue coins, great. I missed it. You know, I can't fault them too much because the mission mode in this does feel very similar to how it was in DS again. We're just gonna... Apparently we're just gonna be comparing this mostly to Mario Kart DS. But can you blame me after the Desert Hills incident? I've already screwed it up. See you later! But yeah, the mission mode in DS is very similar to this, except, you know, just instead of having to find random key switches throughout the world, you just select it from a menu. Oh, come on! It just didn't let me get back on the rail. Which, like, I get it. They wanted to add something to the open world. I feel like the menu might have been better, honestly. I feel like I'm too fast for this. I think Bowser might be too fast for this. He's going way too quick. Because I'm given, like, 0 time to actually, like, move to the other rails. Maybe it's just because I'm using such a fast car. Maybe it's both. That doesn't change the fact that I'm too stubborn to switch characters. Oh, come on! It just... Ah! This is already getting irritating. This is taking me back to GTA Chaos Mod, I will say. I mean, it's pretty similar, all things considered. I died just as frequently from things that were just as much my fault. And I felt very much, and I feel just as much as in control. We're only gonna give this like a couple more tries because this is not worth it. There we go! And I fell over. That's gonna give me like every time. That always gets me whenever I have to like turn up the volume so that way I can hear the game. Which is almost every single time that I have to record off of like a console or something. Honestly, I just feel like overall I can get most of what I'm getting out of this experience for the open world mode by just like playing GTA Online. I mean, it's just as fucking empty as like, well, I mean, unintentionally empty GTA server. Time for another comparison to DS. Mario Kart DS and Double Dash both kind of had that same mechanic where you could go in pipes in levels, but it was a lot more instant and quick fire and felt like it still felt like you were keeping your momentum there, you know? Because it didn't have to like stop the game, you would just pop in and then instantly you were at your destination. And yes, I am getting to a point where I'm just kind of nitpicking. Can I get out of here, please? I don't want to be at this part of the map anymore. I want to go somewhere else. Somewhere more interesting. Or at least somewhere different. Like, I'm just not sure how I feel about a lot of this. Honestly, I feel like that's just how I've been describing all of this game. I'm just not sure how I feel about it. Like, it's all fine, I guess. Except for Desert Hills. That is straight up pathetic. I guess they're trying to add in some Super Mario Land references with, like, the Moai heads or whatever. But, like, was it really worth sacrificing literally everything from that course for that one reference? I don't think so. As I said, I can get most of this experience with GTA, including running headfirst into a moving train. I don't even know where I'm going at this point, honestly. I'm just kind of driving. Maybe I would enjoy this game more if I had friends to play it with, or I wasn't on stream. But, like, as it stands, I think it's just fine. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to go for, like, a full 2 hours, despite what the title says. Or apparently it hasn't said throughout most of the stream, thanks Twitch. But, you know, I feel like we've gotten a probably good enough overview. There's just a lot of odd choices, odd, confusing choices, and a lot of them aren't great, in my opinion. I guess the main point here was that they were trying something new with Mario Kart, and despite their best effort, it just wasn't meant to be, I don't think. I can't fault them for trying, and I don't think it was really the developers of this game's fault that Nintendo just decided to start selling Switch 2 games for like $80. But, I don't know. I think this game is fine, but I'm not sure I would say it's worth $80. Maybe if it was still like the same $60, it would feel more worth it. Oh, I've just fucking taken over the truck. Okay. This doesn't seem safe. But yeah, maybe if it was just $60, and maybe if the Switch 2 itself wasn't as insanely more expensive as it is, then I would feel more... I would be a bit more comfortable recommending it or anything. But as it is, I think... I don't know. Follow a random car and see where it goes. Maybe some other time, but that sounds like someone else's brand of content. And while I do enjoy his videos quite a bit, I also don't think I have the patience to see where it goes, especially because a lot of these cars are kind of slow. I think my just final thoughts of this game for now are just, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. I can't really say much more than that. If you're thinking of buying a Switch 2 just specifically for Mario Kart World, I would not recommend that at all. But if there's, like, more reason to it, like, for example, my own situation, I mostly bought the Switch 2 just because my old Switch was kind of deteriorating. I mean, like, I think I've mentioned it before, but I would not be able to get this far streaming this, even if it wasn't a Switch 2 game on my old Switch, because the fan was just not working very well at all. It would overheat. So, like, if you have a reason like that, or just, like, or, like, there's other games that you're looking forward to on the Switch 2, maybe that would be more worth it. But if you're looking specifically for Mario Kart World to buy a Switch 2, I just don't think I would be able to recommend I mean, obviously my choices and my recommendations aren't the same as everybody else's. Other people might feel differently. And if you are, well, more power to you, you know? But me personally, I don't know. This should have, I feel like, if this was a Switch 1 game, or like if I didn't have to pay like $500 for the console, then I would be more comfortable recommending it to people. If I didn't have, if it wasn't $80 for the game itself, plus the already like $500 for the console, I wouldn't feel as bad recommending it. There's just a lot of, like, it would be fine, I would recommend it if it was in the same situation as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but as it stands, because of its own unique situation, I just can't, in good conscience, recommend it to people. I tried to land on that guy. I mean, I did, but, like, I wanted to stay up there. Oh, well. Either way, I guess that's just how I feel about it. Thank you everyone so much for sticking around and watching. I'm probably going to end this one off right here. And, I don't know, probably play this game some more, try to get more of a feel for it. I think it would have been cool if you could get out of the cart and walk around or something. Funny you should say that. Remember how earlier I said they should have just done the Simpsons Hit and Run? But with Mario? You're not gonna believe how they first got the idea to do the Simpsons Hit and Run. Alright, I'm just gonna like park. Alright. Thank you everyone so much for... Oh, how? Because they're playing... The developers of the Simpsons Hit and Run were playing another game of theirs. Well, they're trying to make a sequel to another game of theirs, The Simpsons Road Rage. And they thought, you know, it would be fun if we could get out of the car and walk around or something. And then The Simpsons Hit and Run was made. But yeah, geniuses. I know, right? There's a reason that's one of the most well-made and well-loved, licensed video games ever. Either way, I'm ending this one here. Thanks everyone for sticking around and watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.